All right, good evening. So, good evening, everyone. So it's late, right? It's past 9 o'clock. But I said, oh no, it's almost 9 o'clock, and I said I must come in here this evening. It's been a very busy day for me. So good evening, everyone. My name is Maribeth Chima. I am the convener of the Parenting Through Mentorship Academy and group on Facebook, and I am the host of the upcoming Baby Step to Purpose conference. Have you registered for that conference yet? Okay, I am on my page. I'm on my profile right now on the group and on YouTube, wherever you're watching me from. The link is all over the place. And all you need to do is click on that link and register for free. You cannot afford not to be a part of this conference because there is too much value that is going to happen in that conference. There's too much that you're going to be leaving on the table if you do not commit to being a part of this conference. And as I always say, or I've been saying for some days, the good part is it's happening in the evenings. Yes, so on the first day we begin at 3, right? But you can still catch the replay, right? You can still catch the replay after that if by any chance you're on your way back from work at the time and all of that. But the session proper begins at 4, right? So you can catch the replay, or you can join us in that class. It's between 3 and 8. By 8 we're done, so you can be a part of this experience. All you need to do is click any of the links and register so that you can be a part of this. It will blow your mind. We have a lineup of speakers that cuts across different spheres. So they'll be talking about different subjects in parenting, right? I was here yesterday and I talked about the first 2 days and what's going to be happening on the first 2 days. On the third day, we're going to have children. On the third day, we will have children and young adults who are already pursuing purpose or taking baby steps towards reaching their purpose. Children who are already entrepreneurs, children who are already impacting the world, children who already have a message, who already have a voice, and people already listening to them as influencers, children who are already being paid or who are already getting paid for their skills. These are the kind of children we're going to have. Children who are already they're already pursuing a particular skill or skill in a particular area. We have a young lady or a young girl, right, that has been playing football since she was 4 years old. Since she was 4, she's gone on, she's just 12, and she's been to a number of international competitions already. And it's not just football. She swims like a fish and all of that. And this young girl is going to be here on your screen telling you how she has been supported. So in case you have a child, right, that wants to do something and you have been, you have been dragging your feet and you're like, oh no, not now. And these are children who are doing exceptionally well, even in their school work. Okay, so it's not a case of these children are already taking baby steps towards purpose or pursuing their purpose and their schoolwork is suffering. No, that's not the case. We're talking about children who are already doing remarkable things, who are already pursuing purpose, who are already getting paid for the value that they give. And in the midst of all of this, it's creating, the fact that they are focused is already creating, a focus even in other areas of their life, like in their academics and all of that. So these things, they come together. And when you're training your child to be committed to a course, when you're training your child to be focused, to be committed to a course and all of that, you will think it's just that area that a particular area that you are training the child in. But the truth is, these things have a ripple effect. And if your child is focused, if your child can be focused, is disciplined, is responsible, and is disciplined in a particular area, you will find that it will trickle down to other areas. So yes, parents, there are too many things out there calling for the attention of our children. So the earlier we can get our children focused on things that are productive, the better for all of us. So yes, on the third day, we will have young people coming here to talk about their journey, to talk about their experiences, to talk about the gains in their experiences already, and to tell you most especially about the parents or the people, the significant adults in their lives who are supporting them and how these people have supported them to reach how far they've come. This is what this conference is about. Baby steps to purpose. So yes, on the third day, that's what's going to be going on here, and it's going to be explosive. And now on the first day, what you will have is, oh God, in fact, I have packed that day for you, back to back, back to back. What you're going to be having on the first day is people who have dared to pursue their purpose, people who have started small and exploded. Okay, adults, all right, but not youth, adults who are still youth, right? We have adults who are still youth, who have pursued their purpose, who have been enabled, who have been supported, and they've pursued their purpose, and they've made they've made marks already, and they're going to be telling you about how they went through this journey, and they'll be telling you how, some of them started as young children, so they will tell you how they got supported. Okay, and then some people are experts in their field, and then they'll be telling you how you can support your child, okay, from the mouth of the experts you will be hearing. So there is so much that's going to go on in this conference. No, you do not want to miss this conference. You do not want to be left behind. So yes, if you have not registered yet, all you need to do is look for the link on any of our posts. I think virtually every post we have made in the last week has carried a link to this conference one way or the other. So look for them and just click and fill the form, and you are in. Okay, and then don't forget to click the link and then join us on YouTube too. So you have multiple places where you can, or multiple platforms where you can join the conference. I know some of us are not Facebook people, right? Some of us are not Facebook people, so you can join the live stream on YouTube. And you can also click and join our Telegram channel so that you get all the notifications for all the sessions. Okay, so Telegram will notify you on Telegram, so you can hook up, okay, with the link and then join us right here. So that is it. Now the second thing, okay, second announcement, or second thing I'm talking about today is, so a few days ago, a week or thereabouts, okay, I put out a topic, okay. Oh no, I put out a poll, and I wanted you to give me feedback. You to give me feedback as per, okay, I'd written bedtime stories for Champion, and it was, that resources has blessed so many people. Both parents and children have been sending reviews and testimonials of how bedtime story has been a good resource in their hands. Okay, so we have decided, of course, that was the first edition of bedtime story, or that was the first one, and we decided that we will not leave it at that, right? It will be a series. Okay, so I wanted to know if we were ready for the next version of bedtime stories. And then I talked about my son Kamsi. Okay, he's 11, and we have been on a journey, right? We've been on a journey, and part of our journey and part of our plans, those who follow me know that I am a proponent of parenting from behind. I'm a proponent of parenting with the end in mind. So we have what we call the 2010, right? We have our 2010 strategy in our parenting, and it simply means what we hope to do with the children for the first 10 years of their lives, and what we hope to do with them for the next 10 years, 20 years of their life. So as part of his 10 years project, the part of our first decade, right, he decided, okay, at some point that he's going to put his journey so far together. Okay, so we have always journaled. Journaling is a part of us. So he has journaled since he was 5 or 6. He's journaled all through. Okay, so he decided he's going to put his journey together. He's going to put it together, right, and then put it out there for young people, I mean other kids who want to be inspired, or other kids who want to relate with his story. Okay, other kids who need, some kids have their stories to tell, but they don't know how to tell their stories. So sometimes they need another child, right, who's done the same thing to inspire them. Okay, and my son is very big on inspiring, on leadership, and all of that. So he has put together his his diary, basically. Okay, and we had some titles that we had put out there for you to help us choose which one. Okay, so we got feedback. Thank you very much for everyone who gave us feedback, right? So thank you for the feedback. We saw the feedback, we listened to you and all of that, and then we took the poll, and then we checked, and arrived at the titles. So drum roll. So his title for his book, okay, so it's a two book, it's a two it's a two books publication kind of thing, no? So he has his first decade, he has his first decade project, right, that is his diary. Okay, and then he has my own story. Okay, he has my own account of how he has been supported, or how we can support our children with, how we can support our children. Of course, I have stories of other parents, right? Other parents around the world, all around the world, that have supported their children, and how they have supported their children. So as parents, we can see the stories of people who have gone before us, okay, and take what it is in their journey, take what it is that they have done, right, that can inspire us, or that that resonates with us, or we can connect with, and then we can take from that, right, and apply in our unique situation and see how that works for us. It's a very, very important strategy in parenting, that you're able to go look at other people's stories and other people's success stories, and how they have gone about their journey, and see how that applies to you, and how you can borrow and use from them. So that's what I have done in this book. Okay, so yes, so we arrived at it, and then my book is the mentor parents supports you. The mentor parents supports your child to find their purpose in life, right? So that's mine, right? And Kamsi's is baby steps. So that's where, the title for the conference came from, right? Because we wanted to look extensively into how we can support our children and have them start today. And when I say today, it has nothing to do with the age of your child. Like your 2-year-old start today, your 3, your 5, your 8, your 10. Let them start right now. So you as parents, get ready and start with your child right now. All right, so let them start taking those baby steps. So Kamsi's put together his work, and he's called it Baby Steps, Diary of a Child on a Mission. I read his manuscript, and I'm like, say yes, of course. I worked with him, as in a lot of the times I was around him from time to time when he's working, but there were days that was out and I come back and he's done with one whole chapter, right? So I didn't get to read it at the time, but at the end of his manuscript, like, okay, let me do a bit of editing, let me look at it first before you send it to the editor. And it was, as in, even I was blown away. His accounts, they were so detailed, and it's told in a story-like manner with all the lessons embedded in it. Okay, all the ways he's supported, and for everything that he's done, he has his journey of how he started and how far he's come. Okay, and the fact that he's actually on a journey, and that he appreciates, okay, that he appreciates and is enjoying the process, is one thing that is evident in his account. So there you go. All right, so there you go, the books. And so we're going to be putting out, okay, we're going to be putting out the covers for you to give us feedback again. Okay, we'll put out a poll for you to give us feedback again uh, on the cover, which one you think or which one you prefer. All right, so you do us that honors again. All right, so thank you very much. And then the last thing. So, as part of our Baby Steps to Purpose campaign, right, we have decided for Children's Day that we are not just going to, we're not just going to sit down and enjoy Children's Day with the kids, just with the kids as we do most of the times. So we decided this year that as part of as an extension of our Baby Steps to Purpose, campaign, that we were going to go to orphanages around Abuja and its immediate, a few orphanages around Abuja and its immediate environs, right? And then we will also go to schools, probably a few private schools that are low income. We have some of those private schools that are like low income, and the parents are still low income, parents who have low incomes and all that. So these are parents that ordinarily will not just go out of their way to buy books, or will not go out of their way. They probably would not encounter, I have not encountered Bedtime Stories for Champions. Okay, a book that I wrote from my journey with the kids, our research, while we're looking for people to inspire us. Well, I think, when I was looking for how to inspire the children to start thinking beyond, thinking outside the box and thinking beyond the things that they see, around them. And I've always been we've always wanted our children to know that they're problem solvers. They're supposed to be people who look for solutions. They're supposed to be people who find solutions. So the training is that, always look for what you can do to make a difference. So don't see the problems. Look at yourself as someone who can create solutions for the problems around you. So because of that, I believe that mentorship and looking for people who have gone ahead of you, looking for people, right, who have done things in the areas that you have interest in, or looking for people who are doing inspiring things is a good way to inspire children. So that's how I started a research on people who are doing inspiring things around the world, especially young people. And so we had a compilation of a lot of children that we had researched, the kids and I had researched over the years. And so my friend Richard encouraged me, why don't we look at it extensively? There are more people to look at. Let's put them together and put a book there. And that's how Bedtime Stories came about. So Bedtime Stories is a collection of inspiring stories of young people who are doing amazing things in the world, who are pursuing their interests, doing things that they love, and are impacting the world already. So that's what Bedtime Stories. And these children are giving back, like 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10 years old, already giving back to the society while they're doing things, right, that are remarkable, and they're already earning through their skills. These are the kind of children so that's how, these are the kind of stories you have in Bedtime Stories. So we thought, these are good stories that you can use, or we can put out there in the hands of children from low-income homes, and children who have less reason to believe. They have less reasons to hope or to believe than a lot of, average, a lot of children from average homes or from rich homes. Okay, so yes, their parents probably will not make time to read these stories to them. But hey, the kids, oh dear. So we can still get the kids, sorry, power cuts. Oh dear. Sorry about that. So we can still get someone. Sorry, I'm sure the kids will get the. All right, so we can still get these kids, the ones amongst them who are old enough that can read these stories. So we can still get them to read these stories, and we can still get them to read these stories on their own. So we're going to look for how to get these stories in the hands of young children who are, say, in JSS 1, right? Young children who are like in JSS 1 and thereabouts, your JSS 1, like that. And then we'll get it into orphanages too. So we call it our Children's Day. Okay, we call it our Children's Day campaign, right? Sorry, this has thrown me off balance. All right, so we call it our Children's Day campaign. That's what we called it. And then, so we are taking 300 copies of bedtime stories for champions. We're taking 300 copies of bedtime stories for champions to people like this. Okay, children from low income homes, okay, in schools that have children from low income homes, okay, and then children in orphanages and all of that. So we want to take 300 copies. Don't worry. I mean, it's something that's been on my mind and something that I've always planned to do. So we'll take this to them because it is important that these stories get into the hands of these kind of people. So what we're calling for is we're calling for support. Okay, if for any reason you want to support this campaign, okay, it doesn't matter how small, 500, 1,000, however small you want to support, please. I'll put the link at the end of this video. Just click on that link, and there are other posts in respect to this. Just click on the link and drop your donation right there for us to be able to take 300 copies of bedtime stories to these children. All right, so that is it, people. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. And if you're catching the replay, all right, if you have any comments or if you have any questions, please put it in the comments and I'll be glad to answer. Thank you very much once more. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Bye. Mommy. Mommy. What